Hey guys, it is Monday, and just kind of taking it easy for most of the day. Had some good naps in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I wanted to work on the fish tank stuff. Cut a lid for one of the tanks. And I'm going to use that as a guide to break up this egg crate light diffuser, which I've seen other YouTubers use. And, I had to break them with pliers, which I didn't love because of all this wasted plastic, but they're so strong I couldn't just use a knife to cut through it. But I found this in the trash anyway, so I'm reducing by reusing. And then I started working on the hardscape a little bit. Yeah, I like how the rock is on that left side there, that's pretty cool to me. On the right side, I'm not really sure what I want. Maybe a big rock. But yeah, I locked that rock into place with some paper towel and super glue. I also used a 2-part epoxy to start it getting on there, but it seemed like the super glue method was better. And it's holding pretty strong. So, pretty happy with that. It didn't take that long to set either. This is after maybe an hour. I'm yeah, it's on there. If I ever need to scrub off algae or something, that's kind of important that it be solid. And yeah, it looks cool in the tank when it's on top of the egg crate. It seems like it's at a good height, which is important, I guess. I don't know. The egg crate is supposed to help distribute the weight and not crack the bottom glass. I guess I didn't mention that before. And then yeah, I put some moss on it just to see how it is would be like. And it looks cool. Anyways, back to the right side of the tank. Playing with a couple rock formations. I sort of like that smaller one. But this would be cool too, give it a background look. It's a little bit big though, so if I ever put fish in there, I don't know, maybe they'd like more room to swim around and not have a giant rock there. Anyways, now it's Tuesday and I went online on Uber and just riding towards the Dollarama here. Wanted to look for some sponges to use as an aquarium filter sponge, but none of the sponges that they had were the correct kind of sponge. They did have these neat sponge holders, which I might use as plant holders for one of my tanks. And then around the corner there's this yellow building and they had the perfect sponge. You want your sponges to have a uniform small porous holes. Apparently that means they're made out of plastic. Whereas if they're have not uniform holes, that's made out of cellulose and will break down eventually. And yeah, the store was pretty neat. They had recycled t-shirts for wiping cloth, that kind of stuff. That'd be good for my bikes. I just bought some J cloth though from the dollar store, which isn't the perfect thing to clean a bikes with, at least fibers and stuff, but it was cheap. Anyways, going back home, gonna drop off all this Dollarama shit, and yeah, then I went back online on Uber. Kinda had to wait around for a while to get my first request, which was from the Chicken and Dough down the street. And then back up the street, heading to Findy. Looks like they finished the sidewalk work that they were doing here. Hopefully they can get started on that bike lane. Anyways, Findy was kind of popping off. There's 5 other delivery guys here. Damn. I guess it's dinner time, so kind of makes sense. So yeah, dropped off those requests. And I got another request from a place on DuPont and STK Steakhouse. In their note, they say to use the stairs. Which is kind of funny because there's also a nice elevator there I could have used, but oh well. They gave me a bottle of water, some Lay's ketchup chips, and a Rice Krispie square. Which is just kind of funny. I wonder if they just give that to everyone who delivers for them. But yeah, I went and did those deliveries. And yeah, got a Longo's request. 21 units though. $19, probably worth it, but I don't really like leaving my bike locked up down here for that long. I don't know. So, kinda just biking towards home instead. And I did take a bit of a longer way home, up Shaw Street. And yeah. Didn't get any requests. Well, there was one, but it was like a billboard kind and went to someone else. Whatever though. So yeah, I made like $18. Not the best. But yeah, I'm gonna work on my fans. I actually also bought this screwdriver at that hardware store. This fan needed it. It had like the screws recessed into it really far, and all my other screwdrivers were too thick to get in there. And this is like my favorite fan, so it's kind of worth it. As you can see, it's really gunked up in there. It stopped spinning when I would press the button to start it on. So I cleaned out some of the gunk and then just put like oil in there. And hopefully that'll fix it. Yeah, not the cleanest fan. But yeah, this design of fan, I feel like it pushes air so much better than just like the circular fans. Because like once you put on that case, it like, I don't know, it's just really good, guys. It's a good fan. Yeah. And since I was working on my fans, I figured I'd also work on this one, which often like makes a weird clunking sound. It didn't in the clip, so I don't know. But I had a feeling it was because of this thing was like kind of loose. Like maybe somebody else already like took off the fan blade and then put it back on. This is a street fan, by the way. So I just messed with it and put some oil on it and stuff, and eventually, I don't know, it sounded better, so I'm not worried about it. Anyways, back to the aquarium stuff. I cut up that sponge and put the pump in it, and I think I'm just gonna leave it as like, you know, sponge and pump, just kind of hidden behind the rock, and you know, water will go up the tube and then kind of like waterfall down. Right now it's kind of floating though, so I don't know, maybe I'll figure out a better way to secure it. But already with the water just pouring out the top, I do kind of like how the flow is. I might want to adjust it more later or have it really like locked to the rock better. I don't know, I'll figure it out, but I like how it is just as that already, so maybe, I don't know, I'll figure something else out. But yeah, that's neat. Got a little bit of waterfall action, and it's not too loud.